Hi students, it's Professor Fooling. I just wanted to check in and say hi. I stepped outside because it stopped raining and it's such a nice day, but unfortunately there's a lot of background noise, so I apologize if that is distracting. I just wanted to check in where we're at in the semester. So it is Saturday, so per usual, your reply to your peer on the discussion board will be due tomorrow by 11:59 p.m. I did the poll. Most of you said, well, a slim majority of you said you prefer me not to change the way that those dates appear on the Canvas calendar. Unfortunately, there's no technical solution for that. Other faculty told me they, have looked into it as well, and that's just kind of how it is. So just know that the Canvas calendar is going to say that the discussion is due Sunday night, but really your first post is due Friday night and your reply is due Sunday night. Cool. The other thing that's due by tomorrow night is the Checkology tutorials, so the info zones and the Is It Legit tutorials, which I really like. I hope you enjoyed those. But I did see that only 11 of y'all have completed that, so make sure to get that done as well. And next week, we're looking at the ACRL frame. Authority is constructed and contextual, and if I had to pick my favorite, this one is probably it. Just so much going on with this one. It's kind of about looking at some of the power dynamics around information, like who has the authority to create knowledge and information, and who gets left out of that, like the inequities around information, which we already kind of started looking at with information has value. So like how do the power relations construct our reality, right, through information. So there's a lot of stuff here, especially for social sciences folks, soc, poli-sci, anthro. I know some of y'all are in the class, you're really gonna like this one, as well as sciences for sure. I think there's something in there for everyone actually, so I hope you enjoy next week's content. Okay, and the rest is for scholars. Sorry, it just got even louder. The rest is for scholars about the Wikipedia project. So if that's not you, you can take off. But for scholars, hang on. So I did just finish giving each one of you individualized feedback on your topic, on your article selections for what you want to improve on Wikipedia. So find that, go to the assignment where you submitted it, and look for my attached document with comments and feedback. Just know that picking the article or articles, some of you are ambitious and doing multiple articles, I love it. Picking the articles is part of the process. So it's not like you're just picking an article and then the real work begins, right? It's all, finding the article to work on is all about kind of learning how to recognize knowledge gaps on Wikipedia, learning to see what could be added, what's missing, learning to look for those citation needed tags or labels on the article that says, hey, this needs to be cited, you need to cite your source, right? Or what else? Looking for stubs, right? What they call stubs, which are tiny little articles that could be expanded. Looking for those red words in red, which means that an article for that topic or person or place hasn't been created yet and is potentially a good candidate for an article to be created about them. So that is definitely more of an ambitious thing to do, create a new article. I'm not expecting y'all to do that, but if you want to and you think that that person or place or event or whatever meets the notability requirement for Wikipedia, then go ahead. That would be awesome. It's also a way to practice your deep reading skills. So read the Wikipedia article that you found, or a couple of them, whatever, and see what's missing, right? It could be that the article looks very well developed and it doesn't say it needs citations or whatever, but you might know something about the topic that's not there yet. Just make sure that when you do that, all of your sources that you're citing, which is going to be this coming week's assignment, is you're citing high quality secondary sources. So this is a research project, right? I want you to find high quality academic articles would be ideal. Also acceptable books, news, magazines, right, to support the claims being made in the article. So you can't use personal experience. So just because you happen to know a lot about a place or a subject, that's a good way to identify that you could contribute to that article, but you can't just use your own knowledge about the article to write it. You need to then go and find sources, published sources, to use to improve the article. That is the Wikipedia's verifiability rule. For those of you who picked very broad topics, such as the entire discipline of art history, or the history of a country, the history of Thailand or something, those articles tend to be pretty well written already. Just because they're broad topics, a lot of people are interested in writing about them. So it might be harder to have an impact on those articles. Although, like I say, if you do a close reading and you find that something's missing and you have evidence to back it up, go ahead. But some of those articles, but it's going to be a little harder. Especially some of them have that little lock icon in the top right, which means it's protected or semi-protected. So for example, the article for Armenia is semi-protected, meaning that you have to have some experience editing Wikipedia before you can start editing that page. And usually that's because those pages are more prone to vandalism. There's something about, like, usually if it's the topics in the news, they don't, sometimes people go in there and put their own opinions, right? And it's kind of vandalism. It's not in good faith. So they make it a little harder to edit articles like that. So certainly, like, Ukraine or Russia right now would be locked down, I would imagine, for those reasons. Also keep that in mind. Look at the talk pages, right? So there's the article, and then you click over to talk, and then you can see the whole history of the debate or the discussion, or even the scholarly conversation, right? About the article. So maybe people are like, oh, can you find a better source for this? Or someone's like, oh, I don't know if that's right. So it's usually all friendly, but sometimes it gets, people take themselves seriously on there. So, sometimes it might be a little more intense debate about the article, but that's how you can kind of read the context of the article, so you kind of know where you could contribute or what your role in the conversation could be. So check out the talk pages too. And for a lot of you in your feedback, I linked you to wiki projects about the topic that you're interested in. So psychology or baseball or Armenia. There's like projects where it's like a hub page on Wikipedia, like that's a hub for people to come together who are interested in editing topics about the same, or editing articles about the same topic. So usually they'll have like a list of things to do, like ideas for new articles to make or articles to improve or something. So check those out if I recommended any of those. All right, and so I think I mentioned this before, this is a substantial part of your grade, so I'm looking for significant contributions. I'm not looking for you to fix typos or add a date or a name or something. I mean, you can do that, and that might be a cool way to just get your feet wet, just learning how to learning kind of the mechanics of editing an article. Go ahead, but for your grade, I'm looking for significant contributions to the article. Ideas, right? Ideas and sources, because it's a research project. So don't worry, I will be creating a very detailed rubric for how I'm going to grade this, and I'm going to post that soon, so you will know exactly what I'm looking for. But heads up, this is a substantial project where you're practicing your research skills. So I want you to go to JSTOR and ProQuest and OneSearch and find high quality sources to use to support your edits. All right, so that covers what I was going to talk about with the sources, which are due this coming Sunday, not tomorrow, week after. See what you can do, right? See what you can find. It's not your only opportunity to find sources. So this project is designed in like little steps so that I can give you feedback along the way and help you succeed and create something really high quality at the end. So don't worry, it's not your only chance, but to find the sources, because it might take a while. But get started. I want to see what you can do. Use the databases, try to find high quality scholarly sources. Definitely reach out to me if you have any questions, but also just know that what you submit, I will be giving you feedback on as well. All right. So yeah, come to office hours, of course, Wednesday 3 to 4. If you have any questions, or just contact me on Canvas, and I'm happy to help. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right, bye.